What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Today, on April 7th, is the official pre-order of PCS's Ghostface, and I wanted to give you guys a little history on this piece. So this was the original concept they came up with. Him stepping out of a door. They also had sort of like an EX from, I forget that stupid movie, but I would never display that like high face anyways. But here's the original concept, which I do like. Now let me show you what they originally showed, and this was like 7 months after this concept. So this was the original Ghostface 1/3. They decided to do away with the whole going through a door and just do a simple base like that, and basically have a cassette tape, just a black, thick underbase. Looks like wooden, hardwood floors, and even just Ghostface himself, he looked almost like a midget, and the hood didn't look right, and a lot of people gave them a lot of backlash. They're like, we are not happy with this. And then the owner's aunt on Facebook was basically stating that it'd be too expensive to do the door, and we're like, that is what we want. Now, PCS is actually, I love their owners. They are really good at taking in fan feedback and redoing statues where most other companies wouldn't do that, especially like Prime One. Prime One rarely goes back and will fix a sculpt. Like even like with their 1/4 Edagon, there's no chance they're going to go back and redo those heads, resculpt it, redo it, or anything. I mean, it's way too late in the production process. But even in the original proto, people complained the likeness is off. Prime One didn't do anything about it. So I'm not a fan of that. I do like when companies go and fix things. I mean, obviously it's very costly. They've already put in a lot of money into the prototype, so they don't want to have to change anything. And likeness is really opinionated on how it looks. But a lot of people complained about this Ghostface. PCS took about, let me see, how long did they take? So they took about 4 months, and then they revealed this one. So 4 months later, and here's what you get. So not only is the entire concept of the statue changed much more like the original concept, but I think it's actually even better than the original concept. But they changed the positioning of Ghostface. They fixed his hood. He doesn't look like a midget anymore. It just looks so much freaking better. So first you have this, it's no longer like wooden hardwood floors. It's more like a brick, which I think just looks better anyways. And then you have this white door. Well, it's not even that's not part of the door. It's part of the house, really, like a wooden white part. And then you have a green, one of those like older glass doors that he has broken through that also had a sheet coming through. One foot is still in the door and he's stepping out. And just check out that just looks like, this is the first image they showed off, and when I saw this, I thought that was just a screen photo like from the movie. It's that freaking good. So this is about 29.5 inches tall, 16 wide, 13 deep. So very manageable to display, but still a good height. 29.5, nearly 30 inches. It does, if you look closely, it does have the sparkle. It's kind of hard to see. I'm sure in person it looks a lot better, but it has the sparkle. Which is authentic to the costume. The mask looks perfect. I like the way the knife hand is positioned. Absolutely excellent. You can see the like pants and the shoes underneath, the broken glass on the window. I will say there probably should be some broken glass around here on the base. I think that is kind of a miss. But I do like the overall concept quite a bit. Now, I'm wondering, is he stepping in or out of the house? That is something I don't know. I kind of feel like he's stepping out of the house based off where the drapes are, because I feel like these drapes would be on the inside of the house, not the outside. So maybe he's busting out of the house, someone who's on the grass trying to run away. It also does come with the voice changer, which is really cool. Definitely a cool concept. I would have loved if they kept the tape, as well as, there's a lot of like proximity pieces they could have included, but they said licensing would prevented that. So they were able to do this one at least. And this is a proximity piece, so you could display it where you want. So I probably would display it more in the front part. Yeah, I mean, based off this, it looks like he's exiting the house, basically breaking through the door. Yeah, here you get a really good look at that sparkle. So definitely really cool. The knife looks awesome, very accurate to the Scream movie. So I am a big fan of Scream series. Ever since growing up, I loved the original Scream. I thought it was like a masterpiece. So freaking cool. I still remember watching it as a kid when it came out. And the most recent Scream, I absolutely love. To me, that's the second best Scream by far. I really, really enjoyed it. I loved the main cast. I loved the twists and turns, and I really loved it. And they're making more Scream movies, which is awesome. So definitely a huge fan, and I had a huge crush on Neve Campbell when I was younger. So here is the PCS exclusive. Basically, you get blood on the mask, not too much blood, but enough blood, and then quite a bit of blood on the knife hand. So I like the way they did that. Not too bloody in the mask, just some like, squirts from when they stabbed their victim, but very, very nice exclusive. And that's what I would be displaying is the bloody one pretty much exclusively. Because of I like my horror to be gruesome and show blood and all that stuff. So that is the route I like to go. So this is definitely an awesome exclusive. So the exclusive is through Sideshow only. So if you go through a retailer, you're not going to get this bloody knife, the bloody mask. And the blood looks great. Granted, this is a prototype. Production will not look that good. But I'm sure it will look fantastic. So yeah, so the price of this is $13.50. And, this will be available obviously on Sideshow's website, the exclusive, which is what I'm going after. If you also notice that this is in collaboration with Fun World, who did make the original Scream mask. So right now, when I'm filming this is not yet up for pre-order, but I did, RSVP via Sideshow, so I could pre-order this immediately. Because I do plan to pre-order this one immediately. It is absolutely crucial to my horror collection. Because I think, in my opinion, I think this is the best 1/3 of all the horror statues that PCS has done. At least better than Myers and Leatherface, in my opinion. I like this one more. I just think concept is far better, and I just like the look of it better. I think that door adds so much to the piece, and I really like Leatherface, and I really like Myers. So that just says a lot about this one. So super stoked to get this. $13.50. Let's talk about that price. So I think it is a pretty decent price because you're getting an entire doorway, in addition to the normal base. So it's a pretty elaborate base for a 1/3, because a 1/3 door is quite a bit. You look at like Ash and Big Chap, who had giant back walls and doors more or less, and they were nearly $2,000. Granted, those characters are also much more elaborate than Ghostface. But inflation has also caused pricing to raise. So I think for the most part, it's a pretty good price for a 1/3 with a door. Leatherface was like $1,500, and he also has sort of like a doorway, but I like this base more. It's definitely better. I would say Leatherface is probably more expensive due to the hair, and his costume is just a little bit more difficult. Although the cut and sew on this is definitely going to be, cut and sew does cost quite a bit at the factory as well, because this one's all fabric. And you would not want a fully sculpted version of this. That wouldn't look good, especially at 1/3. You want mixed media. So I'm happy the route PCS took. So I think the price is good for what you're getting compared to inflation prices of other statue companies. You look at the average 1/4 being nearly $1,000 to $1,250, and this is only $13.50. So Sideshow will probably up the price by $5 like they always do. But overall, it's a pretty decent price. I think this is a must-have for any horror collector out there. If you mainly collect horror, like that is your main go-to line, this is an absolute must-have. Without a doubt, no question about it. And 1/3 is the best scale in my opinion, so I'm super happy this is 1/3. If it was 1/4, I would pass. I know a lot of people want this in 1/4, and I think they should make it in 1/4 as well. Or at least give like that simple base version in 1/4, like a cheap $500 statue, for the 1/4 collectors. But I believe PCS is waiting to see how sales are on this before they offer a 1/4 version. That's what Ant said. So yeah, for me, day one PO, absolutely love it. I'm super, I love what PCS has been doing, how they listen to fan feedback. They're doing licenses that no other companies are. So I'm just happy with how PCS is going about it. So very, very awesome by PCS. So big props to them for fixing this. They also fixed their Rocky statue, the 1/3, they made a huge sculpt difference, and now it looks just like Rocky. So I'm loving that. Unfortunately, I don't have space for that one, but definitely, they really want to make their statues perfect. So I mean, they're doing a really good job. So I love it. So if any of you guys are looking to purchase this, I will leave my affiliate link below, as it does help the channel. So please use that link. It costs you absolutely nothing. You will pay the exact same price. The only thing is, it does help me out. So I'd appreciate it if you guys could use that affiliate link in the description below. I'm launching this video the moment that this is available for pre-order, so I'm timing it that way. So please use that link if you are going to purchase this statue, and I really do appreciate it. Anyways, guys, that is it for today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.